news this morning. Enzo Fernandez has been dropped from the Chelsea squad following his conduct on international duty with Argentina. Liam Rossini has said he crossed a line over his comments about Real Madrid at his pre-match news conference this morning, ahead of their FA Cup quarter-final at home to Port Vale. It also means he'll miss their Premier League game against Manchester City next weekend on Super Sunday. We've had loads and loads of messages on this, including a voice note from Manny.
Well done, Liam. I've always believed that Liam comes across as a coach that is approachable, and I think Enzo should have done his communication behind closed doors, but also he's put himself in the shop window, so it's looking like Enzo's not 100% committed to the club.
Loads of messages, Rob, were saying that, well, just get rid of him. I mean, he is worth a lot of money. Can you see a way back from Enzo Fernandez? What does he have to do to find a way back?
No, I think, first of all, he has to apologise. And I've seen these situations where a player does something like this, where pretty much he's saying, I don't want to be with you guys, in a secondary term, in terms of, I'm happy now, but I would rather move. You have to apologise to your teammates and also the manager, first of all. But I can see him being there. I think he will be there. I think he costs too much. But also because I think he's made a mistake and not that's who he is. And I think that's the difference. He's just made a mistake. Now, a couple of times, you've got to learn from it. And clearly, Liam Rossini has said to him, listen, this is too much. This is what you don't do. So this is your learning right now. Now, we like you and like you as a player, but this cannot happen again. That's pretty much the message.
I spoke with Enzo an hour ago. As a football club, with me as part of that process, we've made a decision. He won't be available for tomorrow's game, and he won't be available for Manchester City next Sunday. I think for Enzo, it's disappointing to speak in that way. What I will say about Enzo is, in terms of him as a character, as a person, I've got no bad words to say about him, but I think a line was crossed in terms of our culture and what we want to build. So we had to make a sanction, and that was a decision we've made.
He's put his own future in doubt. He has hinted at Real Madrid. He then recently has said on a stream whilst on international duty about how he'd love to live in Madrid. I mean, he ain't really playing hard to get, is he? It's giving a little bit desperate. It's not a good look, is it? As a Chelsea fan, you'd want him out if he's behaving like this.
Well, listen, if he doesn't want to be there, it's very, very difficult for the manager or the players, you know, to want somebody in the dressing room and that. They've got the potential to be a bit of a rotten apple, if you like. And I just think there's a few boys, particularly in international duty, they go away and then they get caught up.
They forget, don't they, their place?
They do. They think that, you know, that these comments won't get back to their mother clubs and things like that. So
I'll say something, Gaddy, though, and Angelina. Real Madrid aren't paying 100 million for Enzo Fernandez.
No chance.
I'll tell you that now. So you better shut up. Unless he wants to go to Atletico Madrid, I'd shut up, be quiet, and help your team get back into the Champions League.
Yeah.
Is he getting into that Real Madrid team, Gabby?
No,
I don't think he is.
No, Ali.
I don't think they're at their best, this Real Madrid team. I still think they're obviously one of, if not the biggest club in the world. But I don't see him getting into that team at this moment in time.
Camavinga, Tchouaméni, Valverde. I don't think he gets in.
No, and you've also got to think about the amount of money. I mean, I spoke to Ben Jacobs about this a few weeks ago, and he was saying that they'd want to be making a profit off the, 107 million pounds that they spent on him.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, Real Madrid, since they got stung by that Eden Hazard transfer, Jude Bellingham is the only player that they've spent over 100 million on. So it's not like they do it quite often, shall we say.
I do like Enzo Fernandez, but I don't think he's a 107 million pound player. I really don't, Ali.
I agree.
No.